This is what happens when you don't film a video for 2 weeks. You forget how to speak. Hi everyone, so today I am going to show you my October favourites, and there weren't really a great deal of beauty products that stood out to me throughout the month of October. I'm kind of just using everything that I talked about in my September favourites. October, yeah, that's the right one. There were a lot of products in that video, so I've really just been sticking to those and not really straying too far when it comes to my products, but I have of course got a couple of new things to show you, and I thought because this video otherwise is going to be quite short and sweet that I throw in a couple of non-beauty favourites at the end too. So first beauty favourite I have to show you is from NARS, and I'm definitely head over heels for NARS. I really can't get enough of them at the moment, so much so that I almost had a small breakdown in Space NK when I found out that one of their blushes was discontinued. Real panic moment, had to go and buy it online. Don't worry, I managed to get it. If you do love Douceur from NARS, go and grab one because apparently they're discontinued, which is just crazy. So anyway, the product that I have to show you here is the Copacabana Illuminator from NARS, and I have just been using this every single day or every time I put makeup on, either underneath my foundation as a kind of primer base to give my skin a lot of glow, because this stuff is so illuminating and glowy and dewy looking. It's beautiful. I've also been mixing this with my foundations or my tinted moisturisers, BB creams, whatever I'm wearing, and again it just gives it a more of a dewy finish, and it's also really lovely to use just as a simple highlighter, just tapped onto the cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and it's a really pretty one because it's not overly sparkly or shiny. It just gives a nice dewy look to your skin, so I've been loving this at the moment. So my second favourite from NARS is a lipstick, and it's not actually one of their new Audacious lipsticks that they've just released. Amazing collection of colours that everybody's talking about, but I really have wanted this particular shade for a long time, so I decided to put those to one side and go for this instead, and it's Barbarella. And I did a little haul on my blog recently of a few things that I naughtily picked up in Space NK, but this, I've kind of looked at this every time I've gone into a NARS counter, and it just looks like the perfect peachy nude, and I always kind of under-nard over it, but I'm so glad I finally went for it because it is just the perfect everyday colour. I think with my skin tone being on the extreme side of pale, not all nude lipsticks look good on me, so anything with brown in it, anything with a bluey pink undertone just doesn't really sit too right. It just tends to drag my face down a bit, so this is just the perfect colour. It's brightening and it's really lifting, and yet it's not a really bright in your face colour, so I've been really enjoying this, which is kind of strange because I've not been wearing a whole lot of bold lips at all this month, which is very, very weird for me, but I've really been enjoying this. So NARS Barbarella, definitely a winner, although I am scared now that I really, really love it, they're going to discontinue it like NARS seem to be doing with everything at the moment. I think as well because of the Audacious lipsticks coming out, they're probably going to end up replacing all the other formulas, so hopefully they will bring out a shade similar to this if they do that. So on to a few skincare favourites, and I have a cleanser here which was also picked up during that particular Space NK haul moment, and this is the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel, and it was only a matter of time before I ended up buying this. I've heard so many good things, and it definitely does live up to the hype. I really think they should rename this because it is not a gel at all. I think that's really misleading because in the past, gel cleansers and me have just not gotten on too well. It's more of a balmy oil. It's very rich. It's very quite thick, so you have to sort of rub it between your hands and really work it onto your skin. But once you do, once it warms up, it just melts in beautifully, and I find this stuff breaks down makeup so well, particularly eye makeup and mascara, eyeliner, anything stubborn like that, and it also kind of just takes everything off in one go, so I can massage this onto dry skin without having using Bioderm beforehand, without any makeup removers, and then take it off with a muslin cloth, and it's pretty much everything I need to do with my skin. I did buy this with the intention of just using it in the morning because it is a very illuminating and brightening and kind of boosting cleanser. It's got vitamins, you know, A and C, E, pumpkin enzyme, chamomile and rose, all those lovely sounding ingredients, but I've found myself using it pretty much constantly, day and night. It's probably the only cleanser I've used for the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is definitely saying something for me because I do like my cleansers. So this is really a really great all-rounder. And then the one other new skincare product that I've been incorporating into my routine is a moisturiser, and this is the Superskin moisturiser with natural neroli. This is, I think, a newer version of their original Superskin moisturiser, which I have used in the past and really, really liked, but knowing me, I probably tried something else and I completely forgot about it. But this really couldn't have come at a better time because my skin's been so dry at the moment. I've never had skin this dry. I've always been an oily combination girl, but my skin has just dried out so much over the last few months, so something really rich and really, really hydrating like this moisturiser is just perfect at the moment. Now this does have a lot of essential oils in it, and you can definitely smell that in it. It's very strong, very kind of herbal and planty smelling, which I absolutely love. And my skin tends to be okay when it comes to essential oils, but for some people that can be a little bit of a problem, so be aware of that. But if you are fine with that kind of thing, this is just a really lovely, deeply enriching moisturiser. It really sinks so far into my skin, it just feels plumped and so kind of nourished and fresh feeling. And I only use this in the evenings just because I find it doesn't work too well underneath makeup, but when I wake up after using this, my skin just feels amazing, so definitely a favourite at the moment. So my last beauty favourite is a bath product, and I'm definitely not a bath person at all for most of the year until it comes to the time when it starts getting dark about 4 o'clock in the evening, as it is at the moment, and I just feel like wrapping up and getting nice and cosy and warm and having a nice long bath. And one of my favourite things to use are bath salts, just because I'm not really a bubbly bath person. It just tends to annoy me and I end up flicking it everywhere. So I like something that's more of a bath salt or a bath oil. And one of my favourite things at the moment are the Neals Yard Lavender Bath Salts. This tub is absolutely huge. It's probably just about as big as my head. Not quite. These just smell so incredible. They make me feel drowsy just sniffing them. They're so lavendery and intoxicating and just beautiful. And I was never a fan of lavender. I still don't like the smell of lavender on its own, but when these are in the bath and the steam's going and it's all nice and hot and warming, it just smells incredible. It makes you fall asleep. You really don't need a lot of these at all to fill up a bath. Maybe just a handful, that's all I tend to use. And the scent as well just lingers for so long. It really stays on your skin, on your body, so when you put your pyjamas on, you're in bed and tucked up, you can still smell that really calming, relaxing scent. So I have been loving these at the moment, and any bath products in particular have been a favourite at the moment because I'm really getting back into baths. So onto a few non-beauty favourites, and the first one I have to show you is keeping my lap warm at the moment, and this has been pretty much super glued to my neck all month long. This is a tartan scarf from New Look. It's pretty much more of a blanket actually. It's absolutely huge, and when I bought this it was folded up on the shelf. I just grabbed it and I thought that's exactly what I wanted. Didn't realise that it's actually a kind of poncho type thing. It has this slit in it, so I guess you're supposed to kind of wear it as something like this. You can definitely wear it just as a scarf though. You don't really notice that it has a little slit in the side, but it's just so cosy and warm and big, and I love it when scarves are just huge and really wrap all the way around you. And it's just been so cold at the moment in England, it's absolutely freezing, so a scarf is definitely a necessity. Try not to set fire to it on the candle. So when it does get colder, I'm a massive fan of hot drinks, in particular the Starbucks salted caramel hot chocolate. It's just heavenly, it's amazing. However, probably not the best thing for you. It's probably packed full of sugar and bad things, and it's also really expensive to keep buying them. I was kind of looking for a different alternative to it, but I still wanted that sweet salted caramel goodness. And then I found these in Tesco's and had a small moment of excitement, I will say. This is the Twinings salted caramel green tea, and that just looked incredible to me. Now, I'm already quite a big green tea drinker, so I'm kind of used to the taste of it. It's not the most amazing tasting tea, but you do get used to it and you end up enjoying it, and it is so good for you as well. So adding in salted caramel is just about the best thing they could have done. This stuff smells incredible. I've just been making this just for the smell of it. It's so good. It smells like caramel, salted caramel goodness. I've been drinking so many of these. I think they're just a really nice autumn drink, and they also have a gingerbread version that I had to get as well, of course. I think they do toffee apple as well, but these two I thought would be a nice combination. And this is a really gingery, uplifting, strong smell. I really like this in the morning because it kind of wakes me up quite a lot. And as far as being healthy goes, they are made with natural flavouring, so there could be, you know, some not particularly good things in there, but I've been enjoying them. They're definitely a lot better than a really creamy, sugary Starbucks hot chocolate drink. So those two have been my favourites this month. So last of all, my favourite thing to watch this month has been vlogs. I've been so into vlogging and vlogs, and because it's been Vlogtober, everybody has been putting up vlogs, which is just amazing. My favourites have been Suzie's from Hello Octobers, because, you know, Nala features pretty much throughout every single video, which is amazing, and Suzie's just lovely. Of course, you know I have a thing for Suzie. And Lily Melrose's vlogs I really enjoyed, Fleur de Force's, because that girl is just up to something every single day. She has such a busy, exciting life. And also Sunbeam's Jess, because it's really interesting to see her at uni, and, you know, Edinburgh is just a beautiful place. I think it's Edinburgh she's at. I hope that's right. So those have been some of my favourite things to watch, and I'm going to be one of those weirdos that goes ahead and watches it all over again because I have nothing better to do. I was thinking about giving it a go myself, but I'm so out of practice when it comes to vlogging. I think my last vlog was about 5 or 6 months ago, and you know, it wasn't even a good one back then. So I'm thinking about doing Vlogmas again like I did last year with a kind of weekly vlog, so let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. But I will link to everyone's Vlogtobers below that I really enjoyed this month. So those are all my favourites this month. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Let me know if you liked having a few little non-beauty bits thrown in there at the end as well, and I'll see if I can incorporate that into future favourites videos. And also let me know what your favourites were this month. I find it so interesting to see what everybody's using and loving as well. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon.